Patrick, just to sort of square things off, though, on reviews. I mean, Labor had its own review. Do you think it's fair to say both major parties do face a real challenge on winning majorities, full stop? I mean, Labor had an incredibly unpopular Scott Morrison and squeaked over the line. Is that a worry that any majority could be really hard to get in the future?
Well, I don't think that you can ever take any electoral outcome for granted. And I think our review says very clearly that every election is hard to win, and it tends to be that the next election is always harder than the one you've just fought. Our review, led by Greg Combay and Linda O'Shalem, was a very useful piece of work, and I, again, congratulate them. Linda's a West Australian, so I'll give a particular shout out to her as someone who, really saw what we did do here in the West, which was transform the politics of WA, where, I remember not that long ago there weren't that many seats for federal Labor here in WA, and now we hold 9 of them. And I'll be going to see, after we chat, Tracy Roberts, the new member for Pearce, who's someone who really brought a lot of experience to the Parliament. But if I just talk on the Liberal Party review, I really worry, and I'm sure Jason
so now you're going to get interesting.
I really worry that they're going to try and blame everything on Scott Morrison and pretend that everyone else there was perfect. It's all Scott Morrison's fault, but they're not. All of the enablers of Scott Morrison, Michaelia Cash, Simon Birmingham, Angus Taylor, Peter Dutton himself, all enabled that terrible policy-making process, the breakdown of cabinet government, and absolute destruction of trust from the Australian people in the way that government operates under Scott Morrison. And then try and blame it all on him. And I think that's both unfair on Scott Morrison, but I think it's also gutless from some in the Liberal Party who are trying to pretend that they had nothing to do with the mess of the last 10 years.